What up, everybody? It's your boy Asian. We're back here once again following week 3. The Pittsburgh Steelers again find a way to make things interesting, which never fails. You know they have to make things much harder than it needs to be. 1-1 coming to this game. They traveled to Foxborough to take on the New England Patriots, and they squeak out a win, 21-14. To get it started, the Steelers defense, just elite in this game. We talked about the first 2 weeks, and this team defensively was just putrid, giving up 31.5 points a game in those first 2 games. Getting Derek Harmon back, the rookie, got injured late in the preseason against the Carolina Panthers, but got him back. Needed some depth on that D-line. The secondary's thin right now, but got the job done. Joey Porter Jr. didn't play today at corner, so you had Slay out there, you had Echols out there. So great win. The Steelers defense was able to force 5 turnovers. Yes, 1 interception and 4 fumble recoveries is crazy. Doing a great job. Forced 2 fumbles on Ramondre Stevenson, who's been struggling to hold onto the football. He had 7 fumbles last season, already 2 in this game. 2 crucial stops in the red zone to stop points. 1 right before the half. Drake Mace looking left, he throws it, Echols picks it off, and then start the second half. Steelers get the ball. Aaron Rodgers throws a terrible interception to Robert Spillane right down the middle, and then Ramondre Stevenson fumbles again at the goal line. We get it back and is able to preserve, just to hold off. And all these turnovers we forced, you would have thought the Steelers scored more than 21 points, but could not get the job done. The defense did their job. 5 sacks for this team. Cameron Hayward 1. TJ Watt 2 sacks. Yes, TJ Watt had 2 sacks, and everybody was ready to kill him and say he's overrated and say he's overpaid. He went 6 games before this game without a sack, but he got 2 today. Was all over the place. A fumble recovery, just a menace. Nick Herbig 1 sack. Derek Harmon got his first sack, and he was a nice presence in them, especially with Keanu Benton struggling or dealing with whatever injury he was dealing with. So I just commend them for what they did today. The Patriots ran 71 plays today, and we only get 14 points. So they stepped it up when they need to. A bounce back. Show me Terrell Austin's adjusting the coach, and like I said, getting Derek Harmon back definitely helped. That was a step in the right direction for this team defensively. These first 2 weeks. These first 3 weeks have been just no balance. So we haven't had a game yet where the offense plays well and the defense plays well together. So we got to get it together, and it has to be much better. But defensively, great job holding the fort down for the boys. Now let's get to this offense. 14 points in that first half. That first possession they got up the game after the Ramondre Stevenson fumble. They go down there, get a touchdown. 7-zip. Ken Gainwell gets a touchdown. Then in the second quarter, drive down again. Nice drive. Aaron Rodgers converts a nice third and 10. A nice strike to John Smith over the middle, leads to a touchdown. A DK Metcalf fade. A beautiful ball thrown by Aaron Rodgers. We know he's known for throwing great back shoulder, great fade ball, great jump balls. DK Metcalf comes down. We up 14-0, and we just cruise. And it kind of after that, stuff just died. Everything just died. Steelers finished this game with 203 yards total offense. Had 105 yards in the first quarter. So not even 100 yards through the last 3 quarters, until the last possession that they got when they scored with 2:16 left was a fade route. To Calvin Austin, got a 21-14 lead. So Aaron Rodgers took them down and scored when they needed to score, but this has to be better. I really just don't know. We can't run the football. Broderick Jones, I think, played good today, especially pass block. Trey Fontana played well today in the pass game. I think they did a decent job. Aaron Rodgers wasn't getting his hit as much as he did, especially against Seattle, they have a better front than New England. But New England came into this game leading the NFL in sacks. But horrible run game. The team has a total 26 carries for 64 yards. Jalen Warren, 18 carries for 47 yards, 2.6 yards per carry. Gainwell had 4 for 16, 4 yards a carry and a touchdown. Not a lot, not a big sample size. But Jalen Warren averaging 2.6 yards a carry. I love Jalen Warren, I do. He adds some explosive, especially the pass game, but he cannot, in my opinion, be a feature back, and that is a huge problem. So it shows you how greatly we miss Najee Harris and his strength and his power, what he could do. Now, when Najee was doing, and he was averaging 2.6 yards a carry, it was the world, the sky is falling in Pittsburgh. But we need another back, a more physical, imposing back, and we don't have that on this roster right now. And like I said, I love Jalen Warren. There's no knock to him, and I like what he did last week. But we can't continue to run the football like this. This will not work. This is not a recipe to continue to produce and be a winner. But like I said, I know we won 20-14, but there's a lot of things to work on. There's a lot of things to get better, and I think we're nowhere near where we need to be a winning football team and make some noise in the playoffs. But you got to win. It wasn't ugly, so I can appreciate that, but have to get cleaned up where there's a lot of areas of weakness. This offense has to be better. If it doesn't get better, there's going to be problems. Like I said, outside of DK Metcalf, nothing really. I know Calvin Austin, he'll catch a pass here and there, and I still don't know where Roman Wilson is at. I don't know if he's hurt. I don't know if he's in the doghouse, and if he can't see the field with this receiving core, then we have a problem. That's a wasted third-round pick on Roman, and he's from Michigan. That's my squad as well, but just nothing. I don't know what's going on with that situation right now. We did try to get Darnell Washington involved. He did draw a flag in the end zone, so I did like the fact that Arthur Smith was able to target that early on that first possession. But there has to be a lot of things that's cleaned up, and I just don't know if they have the personnel to do it, but it has to be somewhat better in the run game, and I don't see it with Kenneth Gainwell and Jalen Warren being smaller guys. I know Jalen's more compact, but like I said, Caleb Johnson's in the dog guys. I don't think he even played. He didn't play at all. He lost his kick return role. He didn't really do it at Iowa, so they put him in a bad spot as well. But this offense needs to be better, and it's not good right now. So I know he scored that 34 points in week 1, but that could just be more of a flash in the pants than whatever. But they got the win. Now they got to go international next week. They travel to Ireland to take on the Vikings, who got a big win today. They blew out the Cincinnati Bengals. The Vikings are playing with the backup quarterback right now, Carson Wentz. He's a veteran, though he can play. J.J. McCarthy's out with a high ankle sprain, so we'll see what happens. But 2-1 right now. A gritty, tough, nasty win as it's always been. We can never make things easy. I just would like to see a nice, pretty win, especially on offense, because we can just continue to be sloppy and bad on offense. But that's my biggest thing. But got the win. Here we go. A lot of work on. So it's not that I'm not happy, but it's just like I said, this is not a recipe to continue to win games, especially because these first 3 games supposed to be the easy part of our schedule, and it's only going to get tougher. I know that, like I said, the Vikings have Carson Wentz as a backup, but he can beat you in one game, especially we're going internationally. So we got to see how guys handle. Last time we played international game, when we played the Vikings, we lost, and that was when AP played for them. But hey, I'll be back later this week. I appreciate all love, support. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Give this a like. Give me a thumbs up. Tell a friend to follow me. Follow me on Twitter at KeepingTheScore. Hey, it's your boy Adrian, and I'm out. Peace.